That's such a great sound. If you haven't been to our center before, this is what we're looking at here. Right? That's a big bell. It makes a big, beautiful sound. Isn't that great? All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Ecumenical Buddhist Society's Friday evening meditation session. This is where we spend 30 minutes settling our bodies, synchronizing our bodies and mind, more fancy terms. We are able to unwind our preoccupied, busy minds, and then explore and get the feel of what our basic spacious awareness is. Mindfulness meditation. And so, welcome. My name is Mick Wiggins. I'm one of the meditation guides here at EBS, and I'm very happy to be here. Very happy to have you with us. So thank you again. So before we start, I was thinking we do have this Zoom meditation workshop on Wednesday evenings at 7, and something came up that I thought it was really relevant to these two situations, and I would like to pass that on. It's quite normal for even veteran meditators and novice meditators to have this issue about meditation. And that is, I do certainly, tend to make meditation a little too thinky. You know, all of the stuff is going on inside this box here. We're trying to control our thoughts or quiet them down or get some bliss maybe. But anyway, it's kind of up here, right? I've given myself headaches by a little bit too much brow knitting. So it's a very typical thing. And what I would like to suggest, I suggest to myself, I suggest to you, that when we begin tonight, loosen up your borders a little bit, all right? Open up your gates, right? Or you can also just consider yourself not so small, right? You're much vaster than you actually normally think. We are not just a bony box carrying around a suitcase of mushy software on top of a bag of meat. We're much bigger than that, much vaster than that. We have an oceanic sized ecosystem inside of us, which we share freely with the world. We breathe in vast multitudes of life, atoms, molecules. We eat, we expel. We breathe in the out-breath of the trees. They breathe our out-breath. They breathe it in. The water we drink is the same water, the same molecules that dinosaurs 300 million years ago drank, right? So we are participating in a big, vast world, timeless almost. And so we can sit down and flash on that. Just consider that we are just bigger than what we normally picture ourselves, our little struggles and so forth. So that will actually kind of help you loosen up, okay? No need to go too much further than that. Just keep that in mind a little bit as we start, okay? So this evening, now Friday evenings are sometimes a tough haul to meditate. Long day, end of the long day. It's not a natural time to sit. Long week, perhaps. Well, let's do what we can. I think it'll still be great. So I will lead us some guided meditation and settling our bodies. That's the first step, always. We just don't just plop ourselves down. We just sit down and see what's up with our bodies. We settle in. And then once we start getting the feel of that, then we can start using some mindfulness techniques of coordinating our breath and mind and bodies, and we'll take it from there. I'm going to shift gears on us a few times during the evening. Just change our focus just a little bit here and there, tweak it, and it will allow us to kind of explore our awareness a little bit. So I hope you stick with us, and let's get going. All right, so I think if you've been here before, you know the drill. We find a nice place to sit, comfortable, but not too comfortable. We're staying awake. We want to keep a back that's upright, because it really helps our nervous system to kind of keep us alert and awake. And so settle in there. Feel where your weight is. If you're on the floor cushion, you know how to sit. Just make sure that you're upright and not stooped over. Very common for meditators to start dropping their head a little bit. And you're that far away from falling asleep. And we are staying awake during meditation. So let's do that. Let's hold our head up, look out to the horizon, and then you can kind of tilt just a few degrees down, and that'll be good. You can keep your eyes open, or you can close them, or you can alternate, which is, I advise, it's a little bit of alternation is good. So here we are. We're all settled. Drop your shoulders. Open them up. We have a nice, soft, tender heart. We're in a safe place, right? So we can kind of open up, expose ourselves to the world. Loosen your jaw, because we carry a lot of tension there sometimes. And start just bringing in some good deep breaths. Settle in. Let your weight of your body find its own place. Now let's keep our attention. We keep awareness to our body. Okay, during this, we'll do this all half hour. We want to keep in contact with our body. Our awareness is not separate from our body. So, what are your feet doing right now? Where are your hands? As we breathe and release, I'll put this down. My hands are on my legs, comfortable. I feel the warmth of my legs under my hands. Feel the fabric. I feel my shoes binding my feet just a little bit. And feel the weight on my seat. When you breathe in, feel the coolness of the air come in and the release of tension. So we just do this a couple of times. This is where synchronizing our awareness with our body. Our body is always in the present moment, which is where we want to be in the moment. Only need to do this a few times. Good time to wiggle a little bit. Feel the normal stiffness. Yes, here we are. Now, if you're familiar with mindfulness meditation, you know that this is a matter of we use our breathing body as our anchor. As our go-to place whenever we get distracted and we start thinking about other things than just sitting here breathing. So if you find yourself drifting off, remembering, imagining, getting distracted one way or the other, The instruction is always, just very gently notice that you have been drifting off from the awareness of your body and your breath and coming back to your seat. Come back to home base. That's the basic instruction. Now, the real key to this is not to make it too violent, too, oh no, I'm thinking, but just come back. No big deal. Thinking is not a problem. Remembering is not a problem. Distractions are not a problem. Just do not grab onto them. Just let them happen and come back over and over again. That's really successful meditation, by the way, so don't feel like you're being defeated by your mind here. So let's do a period of just paying attention to our breath in a light way. We're not a laser beam. We're just an open awareness, feeling our breathing body, our breath coming in and out like water's washing up onto a beach and washing back out again. We're feeling everything. All our pores are open. All our doors are open. We hear the sounds in our room. We smell the smells in the room. We feel the fresh air coming in. We feel it going out. That's all. So just do that for the next few minutes. I'm going to ring the bell just to make this official. And then I will come in when we start to shift gears again. But hang in with your breath, very light touch, as we breathe gently, naturally. In and out. Okay, we're going to shift gears now. I will remind you that the way to not get frustrated with the activity of your mind as we sit quietly is just to remember it's no big deal. That should be a slogan, no big deal. Just come back home base, to your next breath. Okay? So, as we shift gears with our meditation technique, I'm going to have us bring our attention to our out-breath. This has two stages. The first stage is just to get settled into that mode. So the mode is in-breath comes in naturally, just a natural, whatever breathing rate you're doing. And then when the breath starts to go out, we bring our attention to it and feel the sensation of the release. You're feeling your body release the air. That's all, right? For right now, the tension release is the big thing. Just feel it release. Goes out. And then your breath comes back in naturally. Just relax. Now the out breath. Just feel the tension release. You can feel even your body sink in just a little bit deeper into its own place. But we are feeling the tension release. Okay? We'll do this for a few minutes. We follow the out breath. Crack your eyes open once in a while. If you find yourself getting a little lightheaded, you know you're pushing the breath just a little too much. Not a bad thing. It's just, you might just relax on the out breath a little bit. Now that we've gotten the hang of that, we will follow our out breath with our mind, our awareness, all the way out. Imagine our breath moving out into the space in front of us, dissolving into space. As it does, we can't see it, but we can imagine it. And it just disappears into the space in front of us. Allow your mind to go out, dissolving into space in front of us. And you can help this by having your eyes open a little bit, just to see the space, and then close them, or open. Breath comes back in naturally, and then out again. You can take it further and move your dissolving into the room, or just into the space immediately in front of you. Let's do that. Let's do that for the next 5 minutes, okay? Take it slow, gentle, regroup if necessary. If you find yourself distracted, just come back to your breath, like stage 1, and then come back to following your breath out into the space in front of you for the next few minutes. With each out breath, our awareness gets more spacious, vaster, dissolves, and on and on. if it gets too spacey for you, just come back to your normal breath, just like as we began. Our breathing body, in, out, and alternate as you wish. Okay, we're going to shift gears once again as we head into the last few minutes of our evening. This is a slightly specialized type of mindfulness meditation. And why don't you try it out, see how it works for you. We've been working with our breath as it dissolves into space around us, getting aware of space around us with our body and our senses. Now, I want you to bring your close attention to the gap between your out-breath and your in-breath, right? So, we breathe normally, in-breath just comes in as normal, and then it goes out, right? And then notice that there is a significant gap after the out-breath happens. We're not forcing it, just dwindles out. And then there's a space. And then the next breath comes in. That gap can be a second long, it could be a few seconds long. But unless you're panting, there's always a little bit of a space. So the instruction is for the next 2 minutes, all right, just 2 minutes. Bring your attention, your particular attention to the gap. Notice the feelings, the experience, the awareness that happens between the out-breath and the incoming breath, okay? So, let's go. Gap. There's stillness, wakefulness, awareness. Okay, let go. And just sit doing nothing just for the next few seconds. No meditation. Open your eyes. See where you are. No big deal, but we are right here. Thank you so much for joining us. I've had a very good time. I hope you have too. Thank you for supporting us by viewing, commenting, keeping in touch. And thank you again for joining us. Be well, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.